In the bottom right, mentored by Slayer's Boxer.
Slayers MMA.
This is Terran. The Terran's at the top, and the Protoss and the Zerg are trying to climb up. I believe it's a Zuggurat. Not sure. Over here in the upper left, the Game Genie Terran down one game. Can he come back? His ID?
I am MVP.
Getting those hands warm and ready.
Big MVP.
All right,
fans.
that is why we surround MVP's booth with barbed wire.
We make everyone who watches the GSL put on a shock collar before they come in. This, by the way, it's unbelievably packed. Every chair taken, tons of people standing. Almost
our lobby's
as many people
actually
standing
full too.
as sitting almost. Yeah, and the lobby is full.
Oh, second barracks.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, indeed.
What does it mean, Artosis?
Don't know, man. We do have another gas, or rather a single gas for MVP going up. Could be a Reaper opening. Not be surprised by that even a little bit. You know what I would love to see is the Reaper Hellion Medevac build once again that we saw happen a few times. And in fact, another
Oh my God.
MMA's going 3 racks. Oh, this is a
This
cool
is a build that might start with ch and end with ease.
Well, it could be easy if MVP doesn't actually get a bunker. Uh-oh, and he's getting a reactor off one barracks.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy, we'll see if he times this out right. In fact, he's getting a second barracks. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, if he gets a second barracks, then he actually might be fine.
Yeah, well, he's going to have 3 barracks worth of production. And you have to walk across the map, so suddenly MVP looks okay. Don't worry, MVP fans. He's looking good. I'd almost be surprised if this doesn't go to 5 games.
I'm sure it will, actually.
After, well, I think if MVP won the first one, I could see it going like a 3-1. But with MMA winning the first one, and the builds that I see right now, I'm feeling it, Tasteless. It's going to go to Game 5.
So, theoretically, MVP should be in a better shape. MMA is basically banking on the fact that, like most Terrans, MVP will probably do a 1 barracks expand. And he's expecting him to not have a bunker.
He's doing the Zadok build.
He's doing the Zadok build.
Marine Marauder. 1 reactor, 1 tech lab. Getting those combat shields right away. And, of course, you know, MMA didn't even land those barracks on the low ground. He's not taking any chances on being scouted. And he's just going to show them all at once and then put them down in the rally. So, MVP, unless he's way out of position, which it looks like there's definitely a possibility of, because he's going down to 1 watchtower. This is...
You know, with the bunker build time, you might be able to get a bunker up before the army gets there.
Well,
so now
I think he saw it coming, yeah. And with seeing that coming, MVP actually should be... Oh, okay. He doesn't know the SCVs are coming.
Sick.
So I was going to say he should be fine, but he's going to have to, like, run back. This is going to have to be a scrappy battle. He's going to have to use some of his own SCVs for sure. Checking, and he saw the Marines. He hasn't seen the SCVs still. And if he sees them really quick and moves back...
Yeah, if he can get back inside...
Uh-oh, he's in the wrong position!
And he gets inside!
Oh my God, this is huge. All right, here we go. This is going to be a crazy battle. Look at this. Engaging the SCVs of MVP before MVP's rest of his army could get down. He simply went in the wrong direction here. This is absolute madness. He does have combat shields. Dropping a mule now to mine. He realizes he needs to get more minerals going so he can make some more units.
I think the Marines might be doing too much damage here to MVP's army. MVP having to deal with the workers first.
Oh my God. Don't forget he does have Marauders. They do have more range and more hit points. Uh-oh. MMA. It's just Game 5, my butt.
All right, he's getting closer and closer. Really nice controller by both sides. He needs to get those Marines over there to get that Marauder in the back.
Oh my God, this is actually insane.
Yes.
Oh, I'm serious, Tasteless. And Oh, closes that very smartly.
But he can get this depot now.
He definitely
When
might.
Marauder comes out.
And that Marauder and Marine will in combination chase them away. Should not repair that depot, so no one at home be like, repair that depot. His supply is 5 of 15. Doesn't matter. What does matter is not losing that reactor, though, which he will, in fact, lose. That really brings his production way down. Okay, so it's time to look at some numbers. We have 2 SCVs for MMA, no SCVs for MVP, 7 Marines for MMA, 4 Marines and a Marauder for MVP. Now, we do have some gas stored up for MVP. Does he want to make more Marauders? It looks like the answer to that is, in fact, no.
I mean, there's no way he's going to make an SCV in mine from the refinery now. I mean, he's so desperate for gas.
Oh, certainly. I mean, no way. You're completely right. So it looks like we're just going to see nothing but Marines made by MMA. Marines are being made by MVP, but only 2 at a time compared to 3 at a time. So
now, here's a question. Let's go into theory mode for a second. What if he now makes a few more SCVs and then takes all those SCVs off again and attacks him again with all these Marines? Because he had a slightly bigger production advantage because he had 2 SCVs during this rush.
Racks, yeah. I would say not to do that. I think he needs to keep that SCV advantage, however small it may be. In fact, now it's at 6-1 for SCVs. So MVP is actually just making units right now, trying to stay alive. In fact, both these guys have to guess what the other is doing as far as economy goes.
Yeah, they're in the dark.
They have no idea, man. They're like, well, I just don't know. Well, that's actually very good for MVP. Don't forget, he has those combat shields, and that was such an important thing we just saw. Look at that, the Marauder getting some more hits. Just any damage dealt at this point is huge. And oh, there you go, turns around. Perfect turnaround by MVP there. He does not want to go in with those units like that. He wants them in a straight line. He wants them all to fire with the first volley. Little tiny things like this could end up deciding the game. But as is the MMA, just having a couple more SCVs is making all the difference. He's keeping the production up. His supply is jumping ahead. He's at 32-18 right now.
Nobody is mining gas. Nobody is going to do that.
Yeah, we're not going to see any more gas mine. I think this is definitely going to be decided upon just Marines. So, I mean, 3 Marines at a time against 2 at a time with combat shields, and he has a high ground advantage. What he can't do is actually commit to an attack.
You're talking about MVP or MMA?
MVP cannot commit to an attack. MMA probably is doing a complex logarithm in his head, parabolic function
logarithm
of 3 barracks producing Marine against 2 barracks producing Marine, and figuring out when he's going to have such an advantage that he can walk up a hill.
What that tipping point is where,
exactly,
despite the lack of combat shields, he just walks up there and does the damage he needs to do.
It exists. It's somewhere. You know?
Oh, dude.
Okay, so he's going to
pull doing a tasteless build. All right.
That's it, man. All right, and he's just leaving the mule at home. So, pretty crazy, man. Pretty crazy. But MVP has such a good concave right now. That's going to be... He's going to lose so much just getting up the ramp and getting vision.
Have you noticed he's not showing the entire Marine ball?
Yeah. Very well done. Nice micro targeting down the red Marine. And, in fact, watch this. Okay, this is insane. He's gonna lose a lot just walking up the ramp, but he has more. And here we go. Oh, and the SCV's coming up at a perfect angle. It looks like MMA should have enough to actually finish him off here. MVP has done his best, but it was not good enough.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Unbelievable.
Let's talk about what's funny here. MVP decided he started to walk when the first initial rush came. MVP started to walk into his main base. Had he just gone straight into his main base, he holds it, and he probably wins the game. Instead, he walked up into the natural, then all the units went straight in his base, caught 2 Marines instantly. A Marauder did make it out, then all the SCVs came. He panicked a little bit. Slightly wrong timing on the SCVs coming out because both these units were moving towards each other in the main base while MVP's units were coming down like that for the flank. But the SCVs hit too soon. He realized that. He pulled them back. He already lost 7-8 SCVs. And, I mean, from there, he was way behind. He lost all of his SCVs, and he lost too many units fighting. If he had hit with everything he had all at once, if he had moved his units into his main base, then he would have been able to hold that attack with a lot more than what he had.
Yeah, I think that he had a good concave behind that wall, and You could just sack the 2 buildings to buy time, even if you have to.
He would have lost the reactor. He would have lost the depot. I think MMA would have run straight in there, but then the SCVs would have hit at the optimal time for MVP instead of hitting and then being like, oh, crap, and running away and then coming back again.
He never got to shut that door. There was, I think, a Marauder or Marine or something standing on top of it, and then once he had moved it, there was already another one of MMA's SCVs
slightly
parked
wrong,
on top.
Slightly wrong crisis management.
And we're going to go we're going to go to the replay? Is this correct? Yes, we are.
Okay, so watch. This is what I was just talking about.
There, see, right when he gets in there.
See, oh, man, he lost so many. In this time, his units are walking down. See,
so
they were out of position. He lost so many SCVs right there, man, because he actually had the combat shields. He had his units rallying. He had those the Marauders. So see this? He loses so many SCVs. He loses, in fact, all his SCVs in this battle. And just if he had gone right into his main base, completely different game.
Watch this, too. When the Marines get in between the depot and the trees, suddenly the SCVs are no longer at a good angle to actually get a surround. So they're not able to be optimized.
Yeah, and now he's actually attacking with these SCVs that aren't going to do very much. Going to target down every single SCV. So, yeah, the smallest thing just won MMA that game because actually the build order of MVP was better. It was actually better. He did a better build. He did a build that definitely had the potential to counter the all-in of MMA and crush it. But moved in the wrong place, man. He was like, okay, I'm going to kind of trap you in here. Nope. Didn't work.
Dude, MMA is up 2 games.
It's pretty big, man. He may just finish MVP off. I think MVP is going to be a little bit downtrodden by these losses.
Well, I mean, he lost one game that was long and base trade-like, and then he lost one that was a well-timed-out cheese. And even though MVP should have actually held that, he didn't. Mm-hmm. It was a position loss with the armies. So we're going to go to the next game on Shakras Plateau.
Well, if he – I'm going to go ahead and say I really think that we're going to see MVP mech here. It's time for him to mech. He's going Marine. His
he needs to stop this infantry crap. It's not going to work.
Crap, man.
We're going to have a 5-minute break, and when we get back, we'll have the next game, game number 3 between MMA and MVP, so stay tuned.